Now to the growing humanitarian crisis. The United Nations saying more than 1 million people have already fled the country, with more people lined up at the border every day. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Poland right now, where the president there is welcoming refugees. Marcus, good morning.
Gio, good morning. We are at a train station here near the Ukrainian border, and for an entire week, we have seen families arriving here to then go to cities across Europe as they are fleeing the fighting in Ukraine. We now know that more than 700,000 people have crossed the border into Poland.
This morning, the exit is from Ukraine. More than 1 million of those mothers and their children arriving by bus, by train, and so many on foot across the border into Poland and other countries. We were there as Poland's president greeted some of them at this border crossing near Korsava. The president addressing the vicious fighting that has compelled these families to leave their homeland while others fight for its survival.
Are you concerned that the conflict in Ukraine will spill into Poland?
Sir, we are NATO member. I believe in NATO, and NATO is the strongest alliance in the world. Much more stronger than Russia and any other aggressor in the world.
More than 700,000 have crossed the border into Poland, and officials say millions more could flee as the conflict rages in Ukraine, people finding any way possible to escape. Some refugees of color say it has been particularly challenging to leave.
Right now I'm in a car to Germany. I got some really nice people from Slovakia who offered to take me to Germany with them. We tried looking for maybe a train or a bus, but we couldn't find any.
Officials also working to establish a humanitarian corridor to move people and supplies to and from Ukraine, as Russia's assault on the country so far shows no sign of abating. And still many among the most vulnerable have yet to evacuate. Save the Children says many of Ukraine's indigent children, the handicapped, and orphans are still in the country.
The lives that were displaced and lost were at a scale that I had not seen before. The last humanitarian disaster of this scale that I can recall, one, the Syrian refugee crisis, and this has the potential to surpass that in scale.
And officials say that this may just be the beginning as millions more could decide to leave their country to get away from the fighting. Gio.
Absolutely heartbreaking images, Marcus. Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.